Good afternoon, everybody. After a sumptuous lunch, I hope in the next 1,200 seconds, I'll be able to give you some food for thought. Today, 10 years after telemedicine started in India, we are slowly going into the era not of e-governance, but of M-governance and M-health. I got interested in this fascinating world of M-health about 2 years ago when I gave a paper on M-health as a potential tool for healthcare delivery in India. This was at the Rockefeller Foundation sponsored meet at Bellagio, Italy, and the response was absolutely amazing. Today, we know that we are essentially on roller skates. None of us can stay still in one place at a time. We have made, can we switch off these lights, somebody? I mean, the people in the audience are so bright, I'm getting dazzled by this. So maybe we can switch off these lights if you don't mind. Now, this was how mobile devices originally started. You can see this gentleman carrying a CPU, carrying a huge screen and walking about. And this was how mobile devices originally started. From then, today, it then graduated into all this. And I'm looking forward to the commercial availability of this device, which is just a pen in your pocket. You turn the knob on the left side, you get a virtual keyboard. You turn the knob on the right side, and here you get a virtual screen. And of course, you do cloud computing so that you don't have to bother to have a CPU in your laptop. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what is going to happen. As recently as April 2008, the very distinguished magazine Economist projected that in the year 2010, India would have about 37% mobile penetration. Everybody thought this was too optimistic. They didn't realize that actually it is 56%. Today, the mobile penetration in India, as of a few weeks ago, was a staggering 654 million. 654 million people in India have mobile phones. And you can see broadband connections is increasing steadily. And most interesting, 20% of people now are buying smartphones. If you go through the national newspapers, this is what you find: access to 37 TV channels on mobiles. People are prepared to pay 200 rupees a month to see Tendulkar hit a 4 or a 6. And that is what is happening in the field of mobile phones. M-banking in India, I never would ever have dreamt that this would be a reality. Today, 44 million urban Indians use M-banking. The Reserve Bank of India has given permission to 31 banks for transactions through the mobile phone up to 50,000 rupees, and I understand this is also going to increase steadily. M-health, of course, is conspicuous by its absence. And why is it that we are not using the mobile phone as a tool for healthcare delivery? What are the advantages? First of all, we do not have to follow the West. We do not have even to piggyback. We can leapfrog. There is no question of unwiring. Expensive unwiring programs are unnecessary. Wireless infrastructure, to set up a wireless infrastructure is much less expensive, is faster to deploy. In fact, I am told it costs 10% of fixed line connections. And most important, resource utilization can be utilized outside hospitals. With the staggering increase in mobile phones, we will be directly contacting the so-called bottom of the pyramid, the rural consumers. And of course, connectivity alone cannot bridge the digital divide. The mobile phone is only an enabler, a tool to help us achieve an end, and value-added services are therefore essential. Ladies and gentlemen, in the future, we are going to talk about decentralization. I like this phrase DIY, do it yourself. We are not going to have capital-intensive, huge government general hospitals with 2,000 beds and 3,000 beds. On the contrary, we will have small nursing homes with 30 beds, 40 beds, 50 beds. Why should you equate healthcare delivery to a hospital? Healthcare is not equal to a hospital or equal to a physician's office. Let's take healthcare out into your home, into your car, into your office. Why not the grocery store? Walmart has already embarked on this ambitious program of converting its supermarkets into healthcare delivery areas. The killer applications using the mobile phone is M-commerce, M-banking, M-entertainment. Unfortunately, M-health is today conspicuous by its absence. Now, this is what is going to happen in the future. It's not as flippant as it sounds. Why do you require a trained radiologist to do an ultrasound scan? Today, with excellent manuals, it may be possible, if not doing an abdominal ultrasound, certainly you will be able to place your... I have done this personally over the last 6 years. We have taught the patient at the remote end to place a stethoscope on his chest. We have been doing teleauscultation and ECG transmission for 8 years now. We started this in 2002. My interest in mobile health actually was kick-started thanks to Ericsson. In August 2007, Ericsson got special permission from the Government of India. We got a license, a 3G license for 6 months. And in the neighboring area of Mahabalipuram, about 70 to 80 kilometers from Madras, we embarked on an e-governance project in which Apollo hospitals provided health care. So this was how it was started. We had a fixed wireless terminal on top of the Apollo hospital ambulance, and then through the internet, the information came back to a doctor at Apollo hospitals. We had a lot of teething problems at that time, but nevertheless, at the end of the study, we demonstrated that the 97 women and 143 men were evaluated over a 3-month period. 12 lead ECGs, 75 of them were transmitted entirely through wireless capability, and the clinician at the other end was able to read them and interpret them. This is a typical scene of a village in India. We may not have drinking water, but we certainly have mobile towers. Today, out of the 650,000 villages in India, 17% of them already have mobile phones, and it is anticipated that in the next 10 years, almost 70% of India's villages will be under the cover of mobile coverage. So I became a little more ambitious, and we decided on trying to do a mini master health checkup in a true village. And here you can see, I thought I was fairly smart. I got a generator to provide backup power for 4 hours. But unfortunately, I did not anticipate that the junior engineer who was in charge of the electricity board, wife would be delivering a baby that morning. I didn't anticipate this. He took leave, and so we did not have power at all. Naturally, I was very frustrated because I had taken so many arrangements to go to that village. But then this is where I think native intelligence comes. This morning, there was a brilliant speaker who mentioned that the more educated you are, the less common sense you have. And I think this was a superb example. When I was very frustrated, the driver of this hospital on wheels, this is a lovely hospital on wheels with an ECG, echocardiogram, etc. He said, "Don't worry, sir, I will take out the diesel from this van, put the diesel from this hospital on wheels, put it into this generator, and give you extra 4 hours power from the generator." And with that, we managed to do a complete master mini health checkup in a Kalyana Mandapam. We had taken people on a Kalyana Mandapam, and 60 people. We were able to do, this is a pregnant woman, we were able to do ultrasound, we were able to do an echocardiogram. The most interesting thing was, we were able to transmit all this data through wireless technology. Of course, the bandwidth was not enough for a live video streaming, so echocardiogram could not be done live, but we copied it onto a CD. We don't have digital X-ray machines, but then labor is so inexpensive in India. I paid 200 rupees for 1 day, got a tripod stand, got an ordinary digital camera. The film was developed on board the bus with the lobby. We took photographs and through Bluetooth transmitted it to a laptop connected to the internet, and again through wireless technology, we were able to transmit 70 X-rays to the Apollo main hospital at Madurai. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing, I repeat, nothing which this little instrument cannot do. Whether it is patient communication, whether it is access to web-based resources, whether it is disease management, professional communication, ambulance, financial, etc. Until recently, I found it extremely difficult to convince my colleagues to go online, to start doing teleconsultations. But so long as vitamin M is there, I am sure the interest will grow exponentially. And today, thanks to M-banking and M-commerce, it's possible here to transmit online through a mobile phone your consultation fees. And I would be delighted if on my way to the airport I can give 3 consultations on my mobile phone and get paid for it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what is going to happen. These slides are hopelessly backward and inadequate because I took this slide a few weeks ago, and therefore it is like Jurassic Park. A few weeks ago, 20% of US physicians had already adopted M-Health technologies. I understand that this figure, it is not a few weeks, a few months ago, February. I understand it's now almost 50%. And today, commercially available phones like the BlackBerry and other things. You have Epictetus, where